Jerry from 1,000 Pound Sisters is still married and Tammy has always known. Oh my god, you guys, this is just a sad, embarrassing, and just very, 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 very bizarre story. One of the most bizarre stories I have ever heard in a very long time, and everyone has been asking me, what is the deal? I feel like everyone knows, and if you don't already know, Jerry from 1,000 Pound Sisters, the guy that was, keyword was, dating Tammy, supposedly dating Tammy, on the show, well, guess what? He has been married this entire freaking time. So if you didn't already know that, well, then there you go. He's been already married, and here is the freaking truth. Everyone has been asking me, well, is he still with this woman? What is going on? So this is what we basically know. In around February, March, that kind of time frame, so just a month or two ago, you know, the wife, her name is Kia Sykes, obviously Jerry Sykes. Kia has been interviewed by TMZ and The Sun and a bunch of other people. For some reason, she won't bother calling my channel, but she's been interviewed by other people, and she basically did say, yes, me and Jerry are still married. Number one, we have been married. However, I found out, just like everyone else, that he was with Tammy from the show. She was, I had no idea. I didn't know he was right. And, you know, that seems like kind of a stretch. Maybe she didn't know. I mean, that's a very big possibility. But it's like, how would you not know? Like, he obviously, if you don't already know, Jerry lives in North Carolina. Tammy was in Kentucky. So it's like an 8-hour drive. He was there for several days. How did you not know? Were you not living with him? But either way, she claims, I did not know about this relationship until the show. And here's kind of just the rude part for Jerry. So she found out, she was humiliated, she was just absolutely disturbed. She even said that she has 7 kids with the guy, which I was like, I heard Jerry say he has 6 kids, but I guess yeah, they have 7 kids. So we're hearing 2 different stories basically. But anyway, she said that they have 7 kids together, and that once she got the news, she called up Jerry, said, we are getting a divorce, I'm done with you. And Jerry said that if you file the paperwork, I will not sign it. And is that even like a real, like, obviously that can't possibly be a real thing. In the United States of America, if someone files a divorce on you, there has to be some kind of a law where they have to, you know, be able to go through it. There's just no way someone can say, if you file a divorce, I'm not going to sign it. But that's what Jerry said, and this Kia lady actually believed him and never filed the paperwork. So she claims they are separated, technically separated, but, you know, she can't file the actual divorce because he will not sign the papers. That just seems like, wait, what? But anyway, they are still legally married. They are still technically together. And if you don't already know, Jerry did end up dumping Tammy in the last episode of the season finale of 1,000 Pound Sisters. It was so sad, boo-hoo. Tammy was devastated, and here's kind of the interesting thing though, guys, because they said on the show that, you know, he wanted to just kind of take a break and let this, that, and the other happen. There was never really a really specific reason, but now we do know from Jerry that Jerry did tell several other news sites that he dumped her because he just felt so much guilt and he felt so bad for his actual current wife. And it's like, yeah, Jerry, you didn't think of that before going on a national televised, like, thing for the whole world to see that you are cheating on your wife? That is why I was saying, this story is so bizarre. Who cheats on their wife? Number one, people do it. It's not good. I by no means condone. I think it's a horrible thing to cheat. But who cheats on their wife or husband on national television? So that brings me to my next point. Obviously, if you don't already know, Jerry is a freaking idiot. So he cheated. It was, you know, not good. And that brings me to my third point, and that is that Tammy knew this entire freaking time. That is kind of the spot where I'm like, okay, it's absolutely awful, so I'm trying to say, for Jerry to cheat, and to do it on TV, even worse. But for Tammy to know, oh, it's just like, that's not good. Now, I do like Tammy, but I think Tammy obviously clearly has some issues, and for her to cheat on national television, it's just not cool. So you're probably wondering, well, how did she know? She's been called out on Twitter several times, and in one of the tweets, she ended up saying that, no, this woman was sick, and because she is sick, apparently they can cheat, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I feel like, honestly, what happened probably was Tammy just, you know, she just is lonely, she's sad, she's alone. Jerry probably actually gave her some attention. He's a real person. He wasn't a catfish like her other relationships, and she went for it even though knowing that he was still married. So it's very sad, very bizarre. The other kind of interesting thing too is Kia, Jerry's wife slash ex-wife, did say that TLC reached out to her about coming on 1,000 Pound Sisters, and she said no. And if you didn't already notice, this whole scandal wasn't on the show, so I don't know if they were just keeping it a secret. I don't know if Tammy didn't want to talk about it. I'm sure Jerry, he probably didn't want to mention it at all, but they asked the wife to come on. She said she didn't want to because the kids, and they're super mad at the dad, obviously the dad being Jerry, and it's just kind of an uncomfortable situation. So she said no. Kind of don't blame her at all, but I found it very interesting that they knew this whole entire time, and it was never brought up. The other weird thing about Jerry is supposedly he was dating all his other reality TV women. Now we do know obviously Tammy, she's a TV person. There was another lady from My 600-Pound Life named Roshonda Piero, who I know very well because I have reached out to her literally like 500 times to come on this channel to do an interview, and she always just says maybe or this or that, and I'm not trying to be rude to her. I think she's nice, whatever, but it's like, what do I have to do? I've offered money. I've offered anything. I've offered we can keep it really quick. We can do questions that she wants. I just want to talk to her and ask her what is the deal with Jerry, but she will not come on. So it's like, I don't know what I have to freaking do to get her to come on, but she does not seem to have any interest. But we do know about her. But there was a tweet like a year ago saying that Jerry has been with 4 reality TV girls: Kelly, Nicole, I don't know who they are. Nicole, I don't know who that is. But then Roshonda and now Tammy. So I don't know. And then Tammy actually did respond to it though. And she said, just stay out of my business. I was with him before I was on TV. I've been talking to him for like 4 years, which that just goes to show she has for sure, she knows what she's getting herself into. And it's kind of disturbing and sad that Tammy knew he was married and still like he was one that ended up dumping her. Another little interesting side note before I sign off for the day is Jerry is pretty vocal about his experience with the show. He has shared with some random person on social media saying that, they wanted him, they being the producers of 1,000-Pound Sisters, to do all this crap that he really didn't want to do. And then the person said, I hope they paid you good. And he said, yeah, but they could have given me more though. Well, what does that even possibly mean? And then she said, LOL. And he said, bleep was crazy. I hate that I did this bleep. And she said, SMH. And he goes, why are you shaking your head for, sis? And she goes, because I told you last time not to do this anymore. And she goes, now your wife is mad. And for Jerry, nothing else seems to be pretty new besides the fact that he had a birthday like 6 days ago. So what would that bring us? 6 days ago, today's the 14th. I clearly can't count. That would be what? This is awkward. The 8th, I think? Let's do some math. Yes, it would be the 8th. So apparently Jerry's birthday is on April 8th, 9th. Who even really freaking knows? But he just had a birthday, so hey birthday Jerry, even though I cannot stand you. And before I sign off for the day, I do want to say with Tammy Slayton, there's been a little bit of rumors, storyline going around. Nothing much to it, but it's just that Tammy shared a couple pictures that she has lost a bunch of weight. Now, let's be positive. I know you guys are gonna say I'm being rude, but let's be real. And it's right there, and it says the picture of me in blue was taken on February 7th, and the picture of me in yellow was taken April 10th. So there is the picture of her in blue. She obviously looks sick, sad, not good. Her forehead thing is, pretty big. She doesn't look very good. The double chin, we all get it. Here's the picture from April 10th. Couple months later, and yeah, she definitely looks, skinnier. She's lost some weight. Now, I hate to be all rude and mad. Look, hey, Tammy, if you watch this video, I'm happy for you. I really am. I wish you well. I don't think you watch my videos because you have me blocked, but I do wish her well. Do I think she lost, 500 pounds? Probably not, but I do think she has lost some weight in those before and after pictures. We know she's in this nursing home. They probably are really keeping a very close eye on her, and she has gotten down some pounds. So good. I'm legitimately, from the bottom of my heart, happy for her. She's lost some weight. She's looking better. It sounds like the oxygen that she's on too, they're lowering the amount. So I'd probably, honestly, I think she is kind of starting to slowly go on an upward kind of a spiral, which is good. Very positive, and I'm happy for her. So 1,000-Pound Sisters, I'm still waiting to hear from Jerry and Kia and Tammy and Amy and Chris and everyone else. No one wants to do an interview, but we have been hearing little tidbit comments and whatnot about the whole show. It sounds like they're going to be coming back. I believe, if I had to say, I'd probably say fall of 2020. 2021, not 2020. Excuse me, fall of 2021. I think the show will be coming back. Possibly won't be till winter of 2021. But if that's the case, that kind of sucks. That'll, that boohoo, that really freaking sucks. But I think they're really trying to push this season out. I've heard a couple little rumors here and there, and it sounds like around fall of 2021, we should possibly have the season 3 of 1,000-Pound Sisters. So guys, Jerry, Kia, Tammy, everyone, oh, can you imagine being this woman, man? I mean, it's one thing to get cheated on, but to get cheated on national television, like I was already saying, that's just a rough and mean and not cool thing. So I feel bad for her. I have been trying to get her to come on. She doesn't seem very interested, but yeah, it's a very sad situation. I don't know, Jerry's just a freaking idiot, apparently, because, and now he probably won't ever want to come on either, but it's like, Jerry, really, dude, seriously, why are you cheating on Nat? Like, what is wrong? Like, why would you ever, it's one thing, like, it's not, it's, like I said, it's awful to cheat, but to cheat on TV, really, that's just the most, and then when you have 7 kids with her too, now your kids are completely embarrassed, your wife is just completely embarrassed, and you ended the whole marriage. And the funniest thing too is Kia, his wife/ex-wife, said that Tammy is a homewrecker. She ended their marriage. Now, I don't know if this was Jerry's first time cheating. It doesn't sound like it is, to be honest, because it sounds like he was dating other women too. So it's like, I don't think he's a very faithful guy, but still, Tammy, if you knew, that's kind of the case. Well, oh god, 1,000-Pound Sisters, what a show. So much drama. Please make sure to hit that like button. Please hit the comments below. Please hit the subscribe and follow and share button. It means the world when you guys share these videos, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.